Look at this. Some other New England states are dealing with major flooding right now. In Massachusetts, the state's emergency management agency issued an evacuation alert after more severe rain swept through communities last night. A number of schools were closed today because of extensive flooding. At least one building in Leominster collapsed and many homes inundated by all that water that fell there.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of water this week, a lot of rain.
It's been a vibe for almost the whole summer, right? And that will factor into when we talk about Lee, which we'll do. We're going to get through the next couple days first because it is my legal requirement to do so. Otherwise, I would go right to it. Yeah, we get showers out there today. Nothing super heavy, just a dreary day. The way I put it was this day never got out of its own way, right? It kind of felt like the same time all day today. A lot of clouds, drizzle on the coast, couple of showers. Upper 60s, right around 70, just kind of, not a very nice day. And that's kind of how tonight will be. What's interesting is our temperatures really won't change tonight. So we're in the upper 60s to around 70, 10 o'clock tonight, same, because we had no sun. So there was nothing to really drive temperatures up and there's nothing to really push temperatures back down. A lot of clouds, couple of showers overnight tonight, nothing too heavy. First half of the day tomorrow, scattered showers, not a lot of moisture, warmer than today into the mid 70s. But by tomorrow afternoon, a front comes through with showers and thunderstorms. There'll be some heavy downpours here through the late afternoon, early evening. And then the front kind of sticks over down east Maine by late tomorrow night and through early Thursday. So on Thursday, I think down east will wake up to showers, even maybe the northern mid-coast. The rest of us will be dry, and then we'll eventually clear out to some sun midday on Thursday into Thursday afternoon. And Friday actually looks like the best day of the work week. Not too hard to do, I guess. Upper 60s only, but a good deal of sunshine. And at that point, we'll start to see the rip currents and some of the waves from Lee, which is Category 3 hurricane right now. Looks pretty good on satellite. Put it in perspective though, latitude-wise, basically just level with Miami. So we've got a while to go here yet. The models have done a good job with the initial placement of this storm, putting it south-southwest of Bermuda as a Category 3, then moving it to the north. And all the models agree on that. It'll be a Category 1 storm by Friday, and then it will be either a low-end Category 1 or a tropical storm as it moves into Maine. Now, my instinct is that it'll probably be kind of a dying Category 1 storm, if not a tropical storm, because you've got a lot of factors working against you here. The water, if you've been in it, quite cold. Hurricanes don't like that. You get the jet stream involved. It starts shearing these storms apart, so it's really hard to maintain a strong storm at this latitude. Now, we have some details to work out. We will have impacts on Saturday. There will be rain, there will be wind, there will be big surf. The European model is the most westward of all the tracks, so it brings it closest to Maine. The GFS model, it doesn't look like much, but it's farther offshore, and that makes a difference. I think the best way to tackle this is to talk about what's our worst case scenario. Let's say the European model is right. It comes as close as any model has it. What does that look like? Well, it looks like rain on Saturday, and it looks like big surf, and it looks like winds of 50 to 55 miles an hour along the coastline. And not to downplay that, but it's worth noting that certainly we have nor'easters where winds gust 50 to 55 miles an hour. Sustained winds will probably be closer to 25 or 30 miles an hour. And so we'll have power outages, but I just want to be clear, we're not talking about, when we talk about a hit or miss with Lee, we're not talking about winds of 90, 100 miles an hour. That's what you think about with a hurricane. That's not on the table here. That being said, guys, if we can get gusts to 50, 55 with leaves still on the trees, we're going to have a lot of power outages. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But this is not a scenario where you should be thinking about literally batten down the hatches, like you're getting plywood or anything like that. I would prepare potentially for some power outages and a lot of rain, and then we move forward from there. So I don't think this is uncharted territory for us as Mainers, because we kind of get clocked by a lot of nor'easters. So.
Yeah.
Sure, we're used to that.
Yes, which is just a different name. I don't think it's going to be a huge difference, but we still have time, so we'll watch those little wobbles.
So pay attention.
Yeah.
All right, Keith, thank you.